morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights, you're delicious and bright. There we are. Okay, my delicious little babies, my lights are on. Now then, so it's nearly 4 p.m. in our old England today, my delicious little babies. And yes, I'm a little bit late doing the video, okay? But I'm here now. Now then, my delicious little babies, and thank you for any views of my videos, and thank you for any likes. It's so very, very kind and beautiful, you know, of you all, okay? Now then, and wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life. So true, my delicious little babies. So true, okay? Now then, and I'll say it all now, sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony and bright blessings, and may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, oh yeah, and just to let you know, I've got, well, we have my beautiful little Ruby Tuesday, my beautiful little Maisie Moo, and my lovely little self, you know, well, we have got a new addition to our family, you know, we are family. And it's this beautiful little pussycat. She's like a really kind of charcoalish, and she's got a little white bit here, a little white spot. She looks very pedigree, actually. Anyway, well, every time I was putting something out for our beautiful little baby foxes, my beautiful little Barney and his family and friends, well, she was coming to have something to eat as well, God bless her. And the one day I actually seen her, I'd put all of the meal, you know, the meals out, sorry, for my beautiful little birdies and squirrels, and amongst that was some bread and butter. And she, God bless her, you know, so they dropped the bread and butter on the floor, and she was even eating the bread and butter. I'm 51 now, my delicious little babies. I've never ever seen a pussycat eat bread and butter, ever, okay? Anyway, so as it turned out, I got asked yesterday whether I knew anybody who would want the beautiful little baby. She's only 3. She's had a number of litters, I think about 9 litters. I mean, that's a lot for a beautiful young baby pussycat anyway. So, yeah, so she's come to live with me. But what's happened is she's gone out and she has not come home yet. I did put some butter on her paws, and I put some, you know, little drops on her, you know, I call them little blatters, you know what I mean? So I put some drops on her as well. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, she'll come back home later. But when I get a moment and when I can, you know, get hold of her, God bless her, I'll show you what she looks like. Oh, she's so sweet. She's really lovely. So, you know, they'll all get on with each other anyway, do you know what I mean, okay? So, like, that's that, yeah. So she stayed in for a bit last night, and then she went out, and I haven't seen her since as yet. Anyway, like I said, I'm sure she'll come back. Now then, my delicious little babies, so I've got 3 pieces of information, okay? Now then, you know, right, where am I? Yeah, this is the first one, my delicious little babies. Now, this uploader happens to have 15,504 subscribers, my delicious little babies, on BitChute. So, search engine of your choice, please and thank you, my little lovelies. Jim space Fetzer. So I'm just going to spell that surname for you, Jim's surname. F for Freddie, E for Echo, T for Thomas, Z for Zulu, E for Echo, R for Romeo, Jim space Fetzer, and then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination, okay? That doesn't mean no. And, right, the video should read, the corruption is real and sickening. Dr. Sam Bailey. Now, she's very good, actually, and her husband, okay, they're really, really good. They're both doctors, anyway. Well, they were covering all to do with, you know what I'm on about, okay? And they were helping, you know, to cover that as well. But they're very good, you know, that couple. Honestly, they are. And I've seen a number of videos on them, okay? Anyway, I'm just going to repeat it again. The corruption is real and sickening, Dr. Sam Bailey, okay? And like I said, the video's just over 16 minutes long, but it's very interesting to listen to my delicious little babies, okay? You know, she talks about many things. And of course, you know, in this video, you also see that putrid, wicked and nasty and spiteful creature, Tony Blair. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, he seemed to be rather vocal, you know, to do with 2020. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But well worth a little listen of that video if you can. With any of the videos that I advertise, you know, just a little bit of time out of your day or night. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Please and thank you if you can. Now, the next one, this video is just over a couple of minutes long, just over 2 minutes long, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, although I do not believe that I've advertised, okay? And of course, with anybody, not in that way, not in that way. Now, this uploader happens to have 4,246 subscribers, my delicious little babies. This is on BitChute as well. And search engine of your choice again. Please and thank you, my little lovelies. Russ, R-U-S-S, space, brown, okay, is in the colour brown, space, profit, space, and, you know, one of those curly ands, space, king. So it should read Russ Brown, Profit and King. That's the uploader, my delicious little babies, okay? Then space, space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination, okay? Now, the video should read English political class sacrificing you on altar of a military industrial complex. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay? English political class sacrificing you on altar of military industrial complex. Okay, my delicious little babies. And what is your man there's talking about? What he's talking about, my delicious little babies, is that basically, you know, this is to do with that, you know, there could be a possible attack on our country. Okay, my delicious little babies. He's also talking about at the start to do with a petition that appears to have an awful lot of signatures. Okay, my delicious little babies. But yes. But I've heard him before on another video, so I know that I've never advertised him before. So this is the first time. So I decided to click on the little box, you know, on this channel, just to see about other little videos. It does look to myself as though he's got other interesting little videos, okay? Although I was not looking at any more, simply because I just wanted to get these few videos, these few bits of information out. Do you see what I mean, okay? But yes, that's well worth a little listen to as well, because what he's basically saying is that putrid piece of shit, Starmer, okay, who's supposedly supposed to be running our country, my delicious little babies, in England, well, that basically sold us down the river, which of course we already know anyway. I mean, I even heard on our lovely, not in that way, our lovely, and it's called search engine of your choice, the space Charlie space Ward space show, then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Well, I even heard, because you had Paul Brooker talking, Warren Thornton, because he's good as well, and there's a couple of others actually, okay, and they were having a conversation, but yeah, and they were talking about yeah, Starmer with you know, it's all to do with the elderly and everything, to do with the fuel, was one of them, which of course that's circling anywhere, okay, my delicious little babies, to do with the elderly, God bless them, and the heating. Yeah, they're also talking about, oh yeah, apparently Starmer now, he's going to be wanting to close the pubs early, my delicious little babies. So we know what's going on there, which of course, to be quite honest with you, there's many who, well, not as many now. I spoke to a taxi driver, was it a couple of weeks ago? And he was saying that it's not as busy anymore, which of course we know anyway. Yes, okay. And, you know, at one time, like I said, everywhere was heaving. you know, like Fridays, Saturday nights, you know, the clubs were open, the pubs were open, you know, and many would meet up, you know, to some just to have a sing and a dance, you know, others to meet up, you know, to catch up after a week of work or something, you know what I mean? And, you know, maybe put the world to rights and everything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so he's wanting to do that. Well, we know where this is going, don't we, my delicious little babies? Ding, ding, dong, dong, yes. What this is, you see, if you go back to 2020, well, they closed all the pubs, didn't they? They closed the gyms. And why did they do that, my delicious little babies? To stop one's chatting together. Do you see what I mean, okay? So this seems very much like one of those situations. Now, I mean, if you go back decades ago, I mean, yes, pubs were, well, what do they used to call them for some of them? Well, they've been doing it for flipping decades. Lock-ins, yes? So it means that, you know, say if the pub had to close at a certain time at night, and then what everybody would do is just be super duper quiet, yes, so that they're not drawing attention to the pub, okay? Some would leave, but then what they'd do is they'd come round the back door. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? That went on for decades. Do you see what I mean, okay? Sometimes they'd get caught out. Do you see what I mean, okay? And, you know, sometimes, you know, get a fan or something. Do you see what I mean? But, yeah. But that would be one of the reasons that I feel that putrid piece of shit Starmer would be wanting to do this. But, of course, it's not going to go down very well. We want to like to go, you know, for the drinky poos to the pub. Do you see what I mean? It's not going to go down very well at all. I would pretty much say it's like an effing lead balloon. Also, what was they talking about on our lovely Charlie Ward show? Yeah, it's to do with these pumps. Now, I mentioned this months and months and months ago. Okay, my delicious babies. And this is to do with... where did I first see it? On our lovely Redacted, not in that way, yeah, okay, on YouTube, Redacted on YouTube, okay, they're very good. And I do advertise them rather regularly, yes. And you'll find that, yeah, and they were talking about this, and there was another channel as well that I've seen it on. Was that on BitChute? I've seen another video where somebody had spent, I remember saying it months ago on one of my videos, that somebody had spent, what was it, 27 grand on one of these silly effing pumps, right? The idea was to replace our boilers, which of course our boilers, God bless, are perfectly fine, aren't they? You know, we've had boilers for years, okay? But what our lovely Charlie Ward was talking about, okay, is that, you know, on the show, sorry, yes, that I was listening to today, you know, because with a lot, you see, they were saying that it's going to be too expensive. Like, what is it, something like 18 grand? Well, I mean, come on. Who has got 18 grand to buy one of those silly effing pumps? Which I'm pretty sure would be about as much use as an ashtray on a motorbike or a chocolate effing teapot. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Okay. But can you see how they're playing this? Do you see? Okay. Which, of course, you know, they've managed to get away with. I mean, I even know when I walk around the road, you know, there's one house. It's the only house I've seen, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. And they've got like this Lego electric point, you know, to charge their Lego electric car. I actually seen it charging yesterday. I just, you know what I mean? I just looked at the house. I was walking with my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, and I just took a look at the house, and, you know, I just said to myself, I said, some mothers do have them. That's the only answer I could give. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But of course, in our Brummie Town Centre, you do see quite a few actually who are charging up their motors. Okay, the ones who who work in these office blocks. You know what I mean? And then, you know, their Lego electric cars are charging, because, you know, it's very clear to myself, as I'm sure it's clear to yourselves, my little lovelies that you are out there, that they didn't do any ounce of research at all into this. You know, and there's the Lego electric cars, you know, blowing up all over the world. Do you see what I mean, okay? They seem to like, actually, these Lego electric cars, they seem to like airports, don't they? You know, like in one of these, multi-storey car parks. Sorry, stumbling there. Yeah, there's been a number of these Lego electric cars blowing up my delicious little babies in airports, of all places. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so yeah. So, for those of you out there, please, I would not even go there to go and get a pump, okay? This is just another effing scam, because this is what they do. And good luck to them closing the pubs, because that's what that putrid effing Starmer wants to do, to close the pubs early. Good luck with that, okay? Because ones can see the net closing him. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, so yeah. So, so your man there, Russ Brown, Prophet and King, yeah, it's a couple of minutes, just over a couple of minutes, getting back to that again now. Yeah, well worth a little listen, okay? I mean, your man there's clearly feeling a bit stressed out about this. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And really, I'm pretty sure that others would. I mean, I do try my best to follow the geopolitical as well. I do my best to follow as much as what I can, okay? But there's so much, to follow. Yeah, so interesting to listen to. Now then, there's another one. I've forgot to write it down. I've listened to it again. It was only 1 minute 33 seconds. Who was it now? I can't remember the uploader. It's on BitChute. I'll write it down for tomorrow, okay? And this is to do with China now. Okay, good old China and the blueprint, for the rest of the world, barring a few countries who have no idea, like I've said before, previously, on other videos, of what is going on to do with all of us, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and it's to do with this journalist. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to give it you tomorrow, okay, so that you'll know. I just cannot remember the uploader now. God bless. Anyway, and what it is, this journalist, he got too close to do with all the corruption, and to do with the state, the poxy effing governments, okay, over there. And he never realised until he went to go and get a train ticket. And he put his hand, oh yeah, they got all that all over there. Do you see what I mean, okay? And he put his hand, well anyway, and he's still banned from travelling. So, and what they do, right, this is all in this 1 minute and 33 seconds. What they do, they name and shame. So they put everybody's birth races in great big massive, photographs, okay, for everybody to see. They even have lists, okay. So it means you cannot get a loan. You cannot get to learn. You cannot send your bairns to private school, as your man there was saying, because someone else was translating. You basically cannot do anything if you say anything about their effing putrid governments. And of course, right at the beginning, you see this woman there now. You could tell it's a level of, there we are, brainwashing. Because, believe it or not, and I will say God bless the Chinese, because I'm not talking about Chinese, I'm talking about the putrid effing wicked and evil, because evil lives their government, okay, my delicious babies, because they're really not very nice to their populations at all. So despite what you might hear, okay, it's very much, there we are, the opposite, okay, plus the fact that China does everything in its power not to share the likes of you and I, or any other country, what really, there we are, what really goes on. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But yeah, 1 minute and 33 seconds, yes. But you see, for a lot of the China population, it's like, how can I explain it? They've been brainwashed, there we are, for that many years. Do you see what I mean? That they actually believe the bullshit that they're saying. You need to listen to that woman at the start, my delicious babies. Total brainwashing. Do you see what I mean, okay? But to name and shame and have lists and everything, well, no. That is not how mankind should be living, my delicious little babies, do you say? They should not be living like that at all. But of course, we've seen it creep over, haven't we? And now, of course, it's coming thick and fast, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Cameras everywhere, spying on you. And I've just seen, oh yes, and to do with the Dr. Sam Bailey video, what was this now? What was on there? To do with mirrors. Well, I remember talking about, and I'm going back months and months and months ago now, one of my videos, and I remember this because I remember it from when I was little. And for myself, I used to cover the television, the television. I used to cover it over. Okay, because you see, this has been happening for decades, right? So it was happening with television. Sorry, stumbling again. And yeah, mirrors, yes, anything like that. You know, like say in a hotel or something like that. So it wouldn't really pay you to be walking around in your birthday suit, my delicious little babies, because you got somebody else sipping a cup of tea in a cup and saucer, looking at your every move. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, you just do not trust anything. Do not trust anything. And even like when I used to work in a hotel as a receptionist, I used to do my best. I never used to get dressed in front of the mirror, no. Not that I never liked how I looked. Do you know what I mean? Because I actually had a banging figure back then. Do you know what I mean, my little babies, okay? But no. Anything to do with televisions, no. I'll go and get dressed in private. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Yes, okay. So, yeah, just makes you wonder, doesn't it, over these decades, how many they've seen. You know how many roll into hotels and everything like this now then. Do you know what I mean? They probably had a bit of, you know what I mean, a rumble in the jungle, like, you know what I mean? Good on them. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're meant to keep creating, aren't you? My delicious little babies, yes. But how many have been spied on? Because I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't want to find out that they've been spied on. Do you see what I mean, okay? Very interesting. Now, finally, my delicious little babies, and I certainly would say that I would not wish to be flipping spied on. Do you see what I mean? I'll be flipping damn vexed and angry about it. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? That is our privacy. And each and every one of us in the world are entitled to our own privacy. Do you see what I mean? Not to feel that we've been watched 24/7. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, anyway? And how would these like it if one's spying on them? If they're having a rumble in the jungle or whatever they're doing, maybe, you know, a few flipping dirty deals. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? They wouldn't want to be spied on, would they? Do you say? Anyway, my delicious babies, now this final one. So I'm sorry to have to say this, my delicious little babies, but I've got to say it. Now, I've known about this for months now. Okay, my delicious little babies, I've known about it for months, okay? And what this is about is... well, I'm going to tell you, okay? So this uploader happens to have 4,882 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? So the uploader, who I do mention from time to time, don't search engine of your choice, sorry, my little beautifuls out there that you are, don't space tread space on space me, okay? So it should be don't tread on me, and then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Now then, wait for this, my delicious little babies, but like I said, I've known about this for months, okay? But somebody's kindly posted this video on BitChute, and it should read Sarker, S-A-R-C-E, Suicide Pod. Yes, my delicious little babies. Okay? So I'll just repeat that again for you, shall I? Sarker, Suicide Pod. This video, now I'm going to close my book because there's only 3 pieces today, my delicious little babies. This video is just over 5 minutes long, okay? And what's really disturbing, well, anyway, the fact of the matter is they show you a blue pod, you know, and then they show you a red pod. Okay, so I don't know whether you can get any other colours, but where do we see a lot of red and blue, my delicious little babies? So it's born in the USA. And of course, you know, we see a lot of it born in the UK, as they have called it. Okay, my delicious little babies. So anyway, so these pods basically... because, you know, they're obviously trying to normalise this, okay? Now, I've known for years and years and years to do with Switzerland. Yes, I have. And to do with, you know, the fact that one's, you know, say, for example, if they're severely disabled from the neck down, God bless their beautiful, dear little souls, you know, and they feel that they can no longer live, you know, that quality of life that they maybe once did live, God love them, that they would then, you know, trap over to... Switzerland, and you pay a fee, and it's been going on for years now, and you pay a fee, and then, so that they can end your life. Euthanasia. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so getting back to these pods now. So what it is, they look like a capsule. Do you know what I mean? Like these funny, I don't know, oval looking, like the shape of our eyes, you know what I mean? And then, And you should hear the way that they're talking about this. Because like I just said, you see what it is, they're trying to normalise this, my delicious little babies, okay? To plant the seed, in other words, to plant the seed in our noddles. Oh yes, that would be a good idea. Yes, well, we don't like living on this earth anymore. We don't like living on this planet. So what we're going to do is we're going to, take our own lives. Now, what was very interesting in this super duper short video, my delicious babies, was this, is that they said, it's like you push a button. So you would step, or whoever it is, would step into this capsule. And it has a window, okay? And then, of course, you would close this, the door, okay, with the window part, and then you close it, and then what the idea is that then whoever's inside the capsule who doesn't want to live anymore, then what they would then do is push the button, and then the nitrogen would be pumped in to the capsule. So then after a few minutes, you suffocate. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, apparently, a woman who was aged 64, the old Bill, I do believe, found her. This is something to do in the Switzerland woods or something. And she'd taken her own life in one of these capsules. Okay, my delicious little babies, these suicide pods. Okay. So I should imagine, that you have to pay, to take your own life. Do you see what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure they're not just going to be done doing it for free. Do you see what I mean? But if you was to hear the way that these are talking, it's absolutely putrid and effing disgusting. Okay? Because they're just trying to normalise everything. My delicious little babies. Now, so that would be well worth a little watch of that video and a little listen. It makes you want to physically, in a bucket, effing project. It's disgusting. Okay? So they're making no secret of it, my delicious little babies. No secret of this whatsoever. And God bless anybody who feels the need to hop into one of those capsules. Because for myself, that would not be a very good ending to anybody's life, no matter how much they're promoting it and saying how wonderful this is, what a marvellous invention, stumbling again. Well, it is not a marvellous invention. And really, for anybody, God bless their beautiful dear little souls, okay, should try their best not to take the life. I know it's not always that easy, but, it's important for them to have somebody to talk to. I mean, sometimes you cannot, it's very hard to talk to somebody sometimes, you know what I mean? I've gone through that a couple of times in my life, do you see what I mean? There's absolutely nothing you can say to whoever it is. And I've been told myself, I said months and months and months ago that somebody said, there was two actually, because I've got to be honest, I couldn't remember the one, but then it came back to me, who actually said that I would be the last one that they spoke to. So it's not a very nice feeling, my delicious little babies, to be on the receiving end of that, knowing that you're saying everything and that it's just not getting through, very sadly, do you see what I mean, okay? But of course, these putrid advertising it, like I just said, like it's a wonderful invention. Well, it is not. And really, none of us should be taking our own lives or anything like that, of course. But these, you see, they want to make our lives as much hell as they can, okay? And you've got this shiny capsule. Oh, yeah. But it's not a very nice passing. But, of course, you've got to push. Very important, the words to listen. Please and thank you, my delicious babies. Very important, because they want you in the capsule to push, there we are, that button. You see what I mean? Do you see how this rocks and rolls, my delicious little babies? Do you see? Because then one of the reasons is that they wouldn't get the blame, would they? Because they haven't pushed the button. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? They're murdering pieces of effing shit. And it disgusts me. And God bless that woman in that capsule. And God bless anybody who went to Switzerland as well. God love them. To go and have their lives taken. Yeah, but they're making no secret. And finally, before I go, yeah, Canada, we get back to Canada again. And of course, you know, what is it they're doing? Anyway, I've been hearing this over the months anyway. And to be honest with you, our lovely Redacted has been covering this over the months, okay? Yeah, well, of course, what it is, okay? And it's also on our lovely Charlie Ward show as well, okay? That latest video today that I was listening to. So I'm hearing it in different places, which I have been over months anyway, okay? But yeah, so they passed a bill, putrid effing governments over there in Canada, passed a bill without telling the public, my little beautifuls out there. So they never told the public. They didn't feel the need to tell the public about this, okay? Or to see what their thoughts were, yes? To pass a bill that they can just little bands without the parents' knowledge, my delicious babies. Now, of course, I've been covering this. Then we've got MAID. It's called MAID over in Canada. I've talked about this months ago on my videos as well anyway. And so it's our lovely Redacted, you know. So there are ones who, God bless, not many, but who are, there we are, covering this. Do you see what I mean, okay? This is extremely serious, my delicious little babies, okay? And that's to do with euthanasia as well, that MAID, okay? Like, and it actually make you feel, okay, that, you know, your life is just not worth living, okay? But that's, okay, well, you imagine little bairns and they haven't told the parents. Do you see what I mean? And then something happens now. Well, that's illegal. My delicious little babies, it's illegal to do that. Do you see? Let me tell you, good luck to them, because you're going to get some damn vexed and angry parents. There we are, and angry parents. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but of course they're not putting all of this on the mainstream television in the box in the corner of the room, are they, my delicious little babies? Because if ones, God bless them, in the world, in different countries, knew about a lot of this, they'd go off their flipping effing heads. There we are, they'd go off their heads. Do you see what I mean? Okay, this is why we're trying our best to get it out. There we are, doing our best to get it out. Okay, but we've got to have ours apart effing backside. Do you see what I mean? Because the reason why, figure of speech, my delicious babies, because they're throwing so much at us. But they want all of this kind of thing now normalised. Well, there's nothing normal about any of this, my delicious babies. They're making it very clear, blatantly, that they want rid of us. Do you see what I mean? In all our countries. They want rid of us, okay? They seem to think that we're useless. Do you see what I mean? Well, we're not useless. Okay, and I strongly suggest that communities, there we are, they get together in different neighbourhoods, they stand together. Do you see what I mean, okay? Because this is murder. That's what it is. Okay, my delicious babies, I'm not shouting at you, I'm not shouting at you, I'm just very passionate about what I talk about. Okay, my delicious babies, but ones need to know this. Honestly, please, dear God, you know, this is about paying very close attention to what's going on, okay? But they're sneaky, slithery, lower than a snake's belly. You cannot get lower than that, and that is what these are. These putrid effing governments in our England and all around the world, right? They're not here to be friendly with us. They want rid of us. They want to make our lives hell, okay? Because they just want the ka-ching, 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 do you know what I mean? They're little bitches. They do as they're damn well told. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Well, we're not going to make it easy for them. Okay, my delicious little babies? No, we are not. Okay? Piece of damn shit. And if there was doing anything legal, then all of us would know about all of these things now. Do you see what I mean? It'd be plastered all over the televisions, but it's not. They're sneaky, like I said, lower than snake's belly, and you cannot get lower than that. The pieces of effing shit they all are. And that goes to every single damn well government. I've been long time saying we boot them all out and get rid of the pieces of shit for them never to return. We can govern our own damn selves. Do you see what I mean? We do not need these pieces, these dirty, filthy, greedy, money-hungry leeches. Do you know what I mean? Just want to leech everything now, isn't it? Yes? Dirty, filthy, effing creatures they are. I cannot stand them. You could probably tell that, my delicious babies. Do you see? I cannot spare them. They make me effing sick, they do. Where you want to just project. Do you know what I mean? Just the thought of them, just looking at them, gets you angry. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Because you know what they're doing to us. And this is globally, my delicious babies. And who pays them? We know who. You see what I mean? Like I said, they're either blackmailed or something else going on now. Do you know what I mean? Okay, this is what all this is about. And others are just plain damn greedy. You know what I mean? And others are just flipping effing psychopaths. Do you see what I mean? Well, which, of course, we know the rulers as well. They're flipping effing psychopaths. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And this is what we're up against. Do you know what I mean? But we're not going to make this easy for them. Do you know what I mean? But ones need to know, there we are, the truth about all these things now that they're doing. Do you see what I mean? And I'm not going to shut up about this, and neither are others going to shut up about this, because we need to have a discussion about these things. Do you see what I mean? And I pretty much say that ones that say, no, this is not right. Do you know what I mean? You know, to go and take their own life. No. It's wrong. Totally, totally wrong. And if somebody does very sadly get depressed, because they do, God bless them. It's a bloody damn well world. It's what they've done to us. Do you see what I mean? You know, I've suffered with depression myself, you know, and over my years. Do you see what I mean? You know, it's not a very nice feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? But I certainly wouldn't want to flipping hop into a flipping capsule. No, I wouldn't. And have it pumped with flipping nitrogen. No, I would not. What a horrible passing. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? But this is what they're trying to normalise anyway. So that's the end of my video, and I forgot to tell you about the weather. It is a bit chilly. Tiny, tiny, tiny. You could just see a little gap of blue sky. The rest of it is grey and white. Massive, these colossal, massive, not so fluffy clouds. Okay, my delicious babies. But at least it's not raining. Okay, makes a flipping effing change. Anyway, my delicious babies, so that's my video. So you just take care. Thank you once again for anybody who listens or puts a like or anything to any of my videos. And God bless you all. So much love. Till my next video, you just take care now. God bless. Goodbye.